Hello, hello, we're playing some Fire Emblem Three Houses. I have no idea what the hell is going on anymore. I'm gonna do some battles. Raise everyone's level. Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff going on. Well, I got two things, so... Let's do Rumored Nuptials, finally. I had talked about doing that one. Let's do that one.
What's the matter, Ingrid? I never hear you sigh like that.
Oh, hi, Dorothea. And hello, Professor. Nothing's the matter. Well, nothing major.
You don't look like it's nothing major. Then again, I suppose you always have a furrowed brow, don't you?
Truth be told, there's rather a lot going on. It seems that there's always something to worry about.
What's worrying you right now?
Now? Oh, I really did not wish to bother you with such trivialities. You see, I received a letter from my father recently.
From Count Galatea? What a kind gentleman to have for a father.
I thank you. But the content within the letter is what I find troubling.
Let me see. Oh, it's a marriage proposal. For you.
Way to sound upset, Dorothea.
I've not met him, though I've heard his name here and there. He began life as a merchant, but has somehow achieved rank in court, an enterprising noble from an allied territory.
Why are we gonna go to...
It's most likely that he wants the crest of Daphne that I bear, to adorn his family name.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Why are we gonna get into a fight over this?
You sound as though you know him. Do you?
Yes, I must admit that I know him. He tried to court me when I was a singer. Best advice I can give you, Ingrid? Stay far, far away from this guy.
He's offered a sizable dowry, so I must at least consider it. For the sake of my family.
Dowry? Blood money. That's all it is.
Dorothea,
telling it like it is.
This jerk's entire fortune is soaked in blood. Do you want to rebuild your own house using that kind of money? I mean, it's all just rumors, but I think it still might be worth investigating. What do you think, Professor? Should we go check this guy out?
Alright, let's do it.
Great. Let's tell the others.
Really? Okay.
I don't even think Ingrid is part of our house. Why are we doing this to her?
My, thank you so much. Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
Off Pokemon Go.
I am grateful.
Okay. So we're actually not gonna bring Edelgard here. We're gonna bring Lysithea. Yeah, this will be fine.
The more we look into this guy, the more I see he's a monster and no good for my Ingrid.
No kidding. There's no denying it. We better
Dorothea
get back to the monastery.
Clearly very
Hold on a
possessive
minute,
of her Ingrid.
hand over the girl.
Surely you can't mean me. Wait, did he send them?
Probably.
This jerk figures he can grab Ingrid before things get too messy for him. Of course, we know the truth about him now, and he'll want to kill us and get rid of the evidence. But we'll never let him take Ingrid. Come on, let's hurry! Protect Ingrid! Don't let anyone get near her!
Haha! You'll never escape!
I don't know what way she's gonna go, though.
Leave it to me.
As you wish. I'm on it.
Stay focused.
Longer?
Longer?
That's my cue. Oh no. I will get the victory.
Ready.
Oh, okay, so I have full control over her. So we can just move down. Good. Why? What's going on?
It is decided.
My heart is full of victory.
Just because I don't know if Yoshi can hear me or not.
I'll increase the reward. Now hurry up and capture that girl.
That merchant is giving orders to the bandits. I bet if we take him out, reinforcements will cease.
Battle.
I'll find out if that's back. Alright, let's fucking...
Of course I won.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
What?
They carry some weight. Like, I
Why
hate-
would you suggest that?
Okay,
I-
so what the fuck is going on? I have no idea what's going on. Okay.
It's time.
Alright, that was interesting, to say the least. Oh. Fucking hell, Hubert! You just cast death twice!
For Lady Edelgard.
nobody immediately over here. Don't really want her there on her own, so we'll put Petra over there too. We're just gonna slowly get everyone down there. That is a lot of people.
It's an ambush! Ingrid's in trouble!
She's kinda not, though. I assume there's nowhere I can get to. Yeah. Screw it. Take some damage. Bro, you think you could just attack Hubert? Really? That seems silly.
So obvious. Won't work.
Bro's still got his broken killer lance. Still does 19 fucking damage. I'm not Lynn. Why are you attacking my boy Lynn? He has done nothing to you. Oh wait, on swap. Huh. Oh, that's the case. Remove this guy. Clear up a path.
Huh. Victory.
Good level, Linhart. Good
If
level.
only my
Oh,
research had such
shit
a...
level.
I will not be
Shit.
stopping.
Just a bug to squash. Hardly worth my time.
Hubert, bringing the fucking death. I just burned him to death.
You fought well.
Probably not the best idea, but it'll be fun.
Well done.
Bernie, I gotta do this. I'm sorry. Who hasn't? Oh. End him. Do not let him hurt Ingrid.
Be gone.
It's a wild goose chase. Good kill, Bernie. Good kill. Where the hell am I going? So south is definitely the way I want to go. Level 20.
I'm not setting a very...
Oh. I think we're gonna get flanked for a moment. But it's fine. Really should have brought Edelgard. Definitely should have brought Edelgard with me.
Gotta use your head sometimes.
Missed me, bitch.
One more success.
All over them. Not a great level. See if the next one's better than that inevitably happens.
My heart is full of victory.
We're just gonna end this guy real quick.
So obvious. What's next?
Well, I was hoping they would go after that for a little bit, but sure.
Should I have held back?
No. When would I ever?
It's over. You fought well.
I do so much damage. Okay. Fuck it. I'll take a little bit of damage, it's fine. Alright. Make sure everyone else can get across first. Hubert might be behind. They've taken so much fire damage. Okay, let's get everyone to a healthy space. Now you might be thinking, oh, are you going to sit there and fight them? No. I'm leaving. Sure, use the axe.
That went as expected.
I don't really have good options here. At least this guy's dead. Very dead, okay. Apparently I just really like to retaliate at full danger.
Won't work.
Enemies in hiding? Here? They are really getting on my last nerve.
Same, Ingrid.
This is our chick.
Same. I'm not even gonna be able to... Wait, why is he using a lance? What? Like, I know I trained him to be a lance user, but what?
Should I have held back?
No. The answer is never. I just want to see. Oh my god.
I just worked harder. Anywhere I can hide.
Not great.
I won't go down so easily.
Careful, please.
Yeah, this'll work.
Be gone. Got too cocky. I owe you one. For Lady Edelgard.
Flame spirit, protect me.
How dare you? How dare you hit my little
underestimated
nuke?
me. There's still a long way to go.
Careful, please.
It could get rough.
Come on, we are almost done with this level. We are almost done. We've almost done it. And like that.
Finally, it's over. I'm sorry for causing such a mess.
Oh, hush. For you, I'd go through twice as much trouble. But are you all right? Did they hurt you?
I'm okay, really. Thank you, Dorothea. My father will need to hear of this.
My father will hear of this. Why? Bye-bye. Oh shit, MVP. Oh shit, when I'm MVP, everybody's motivation increases. I did not realize this.
My, thank you so much.
It's too hot.
Ingrid, welcome back. Did you speak with your father? Ingrid, welcome back. Ingrid,
I did. I just returned to the monastery. As soon as I informed him of the suitor's unsavory tendencies, He rejected the proposal outright. Were we to form ties with such an individual, it would bode poorly for our family, regardless of the weighty dowry offered.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad it all worked out.
Dorothea, Professor, I want to thank you.
It really was quite exciting, too. So, you know, don't worry about it. I could never hand over my lovely Ingrid to some jerk who only wants her for her crest.
Oh, do I belong to you now, rather than to myself?
Maybe you do.
Dorothea, this is probably more than a little awkward, considering where it came from, but... Here.
A ring? Is this... No. Is it? Oh, Ingrid! I accept your offer! We'll be together forever!
Stop teasing me, Dorothea. I'm trying to be sincere. I wanted to find a way to emphasize how grateful
She
I am
might
to
not
you.
have been
So
teasing
I
you.
looked for something from among my things that I thought you would like. I mean, you may already have one like it, but I thought on the off chance you didn't.
Ingrid, you are just adorable and I love it. But perhaps we should lend this ring to our teacher for now. Our dear teacher can best decide how to use it.
What is it?
You fought hard enough. You've earned the right to have a little fun.
As you wish, Dorothea. I gave the ring to you, so you can do whatever you please with it.
Goddess ring. Ooh. Hmm.
My...
Interesting. Okay. Let's go with this one, because I already used Sylvain.
My, thank you so much.
And I'm trying to make it so that I can actually, like, do something.
Hey, Professor. You're looking lovely as ever. Are you working today? You gotta take a day sometime. Get out in the world and have some fun.
Yeah, let's go.
Right? Sometimes you gotta forget all the things you ought to do and focus on what you'd rather do. Hey, we should go get something to eat. My treat. What? I can't invite my professor to dinner without it being a scam? Okay, fine. You got me. I need to ask a favor, and I wanted a way to work up the courage to ask you.
Ask me what?
There are thieves in my family's territory. I was wondering if you'd go with me to drive them off. You remember the thief leader you fought at Conan Tower, yeah?
Your brother?
That's right. Although he's dead now, what's left of his band of thieves is causing trouble in Gautier territory. My father has asked me to come home and put down those murderous jerks. But he's asked for me to come alone. No knights, no backup of any sort. That's crazy, right?
Insane.
And the way my father is, he probably has some other motive that I'll never know. Maybe he just wants me to get some more experience in battle. A crazy way to suggest it, though. Anyway, I'm not going alone, no matter what he asks. I'm going to ask some of the others in our class to help too. But none of us have your experience. If you'd come with us, I'd be grateful.
Of course.
Great.
Always helps
I'll
Sylvain.
talk to the others and see who's in. Thanks, Professor.
Oh. Alright, first off,
Welcome. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Completely forgot the repairing things is an option.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon. Welcome.
Okay, I already bought all the advanced seals.
Come back soon.
Now let's see what we're working with. Oh, oh. Okay, let's see. Where's everyone else? Oh, they're over here. Hubert, I know you like being near Edelgard, so we're gonna pull Flame back. Okay.
Okay, we've got the thieves covered on both sides. Some of the thieves are still carrying what they stole, so we have a chance to get it back. Gotta be careful though. They'll run off faster than a nobleman's daughter if we just rush in. Target the strongholds to cut off their escape routes.
I mean, does it really matter if they escape?
Stay focused.
Is it that bad if they escape?
That is that. Another step forward.
Not bad. Not bad. My father's
all.
offering a reward for every thief and rogue we take out. The more you beat, the more you get. Just remember, you gotta take them down, take the strongholds, and we cut off their escape route.
That's my cue. Oh no.
No. I'm gonna have you guys come down this way.
Let us away. I will get the victory. I will prevail.
As you wish.
Leave it to me.
Battle? Put me in there.
Yeah, no, that would be stupid. Gonna have you go this way. Really, bro? Really, bro? You're gonna try and hit Flame? She's done nothing to you. These fools. Perish.
Should I have held back?
No. Never.
So obvious. That was nothing.
This dude's got 4 attacks and do no damage. I hit him once
one is
and he
expected.
perished. Oh, Ferdy. You're still here?
This can't be right.
That's right. You're pathetic. Bruh.
Don't waste my time!
Bro, her damage is almost as high as your hit.
Well, how was that?
She had 2 attacks! Why did she have 2 attacks? Bedford, just deal with this. Just end that, man.
Flame spirit, protect me.
Whatever. The man lives for now. For now.
I won't go down so easily. Each battle, a chance to grow.
Yeah, this is probably my best shot.
I know that face. You're the boss's little bro, right?
I'm sorry to say it, but yeah, I'm his brother. And he's led you into a bad spot. Anyway, your boss is dead. So this is your chance to disband this little thief gang of yours.
Quiet, fool. You think I have any other choice but to be a thief?
Yes.
Well, it's probably on me
Probably
for
make a
making
good
such
warrior.
a stupid request.
Don't underestimate me!
What the fuck? Man just 360 on a horse.
Okay, that'll do it. This exit route is blocked off. Very good. Now let's keep cool and take out the other strongholds.
Is that all I have to do? Oh shit. Edelgard.
I'm not sticking around here to get slaughtered by a bunch of stuck-up jerks like you.
Why did you have 2 attacks? You don't need them.
That's one more stronghold taken, and one more escape route blocked. There are still some strongholds left. Professor, which should we go for first?
And that should be a level
Right makes might,
Casper.
right?
Good.
Pretty good, don't you think?
Not bad.
show you one.
I probably should have Casper locked down. Wait, who hasn't gone yet? Oh, whoops. Perish.
You could have at least tried.
Fucking humor, man. Dude's
This
a
strength will
monster.
serve Lady Edelgard well.
You have fun. To have fun poking Hubert.
You worked hard for nothing.
This is what a real man looks like.
Strength. Yeah, we're gonna move both, so. Unnecessary, Sylvain. Unfucking necessary. There we go. Oh wait. I have them heading north. And this team should also head south. What am I doing? That's no. Poorly played. Come on, Ferdy, you could have done something.
Enlightening.
Actually, no, it's best to have.
Don't underestimate.
Unfucking necessary, bro.
Luck. Got it. Good to.
I'm impressed.
Let Petra get in on the fun a little bit.
Thanks for helping.
Well, Hubert could reach him. That's what matters. Hi, Gracie! End him, Casper.
Another escape route blocked. We're nearly done. take out those thieves and capture that last stronghold.
Probably would have been quicker for me to go the other way. Alright, Edelgard, you can just go this way, I think. Just gonna have you run this side. Cowards. Okay. Let's kill this one. Or fail to kill that one. Okay. Not great.
My heart is full of victory.
Kill him, Ernie! Kill him!
I thought I was dead.
Well. Sure, go for Thor.
Not.
You're so close to the next level, Dorothea.
So obvious.
Come on, Ferdy. Do something. Worthless. Fucking worthless.
The noble standard.
I owe you one.
Alright, Casper. End him.
Yeah, it worked.
My time machine worked.
I just worked harder.
You missed me, bitch. Did not miss him. That man is very big. Oh hey, I got his ring. no, baloney magic. I can use baloney magic twice, apparently.
Should I have held back? Can I go now?
You're doing so good though, Bernie.
I will not be stopping.
Ooh, advanced seal. Fucking Edelgard is booking it. Keep going up, Casper.
Now I can do so much better.
Good rattle. Let's get out of here for now.
Ugh, they're getting away. If only we'd taken the stronghold out in time.
Sylvain.
Don't underestimate.
Taking the stronghold. They can't leave.
Seems simple enough.
Shut up, Ferdy.
Now you know your limits.
Ooh. I feel like I can just end here, and the problems will sort themselves.
Witness frigid pride.
That one went to where the exit's supposed to be. You think about running, buddy? You think you get out of here?
That went as expected.
Ooh, magic staff.
That's the last of them. Thieves everywhere. I can't believe this is what the world is coming to. At least we've restored the peace here, even if it's only for a little while.
Who's the MVP? Sylvain, as it should be.
Thank you so much.
Professor, thank you for your help.
Of course.
We drove off the thieves and got a reward for my father. Job well done, eh? Although, I don't know how to feel about this particular reward.
Oh?
I guess that's why my father tasked me with this mission. He wanted me to prove myself worthy of this relic. This weapon, the Lance of Ruin, it killed my brother. And now it's mine.
Yeah.
Not remotely. I bear the crest of Gautier. The same crest my brother wished for his whole life, but never came to possess. I suppose I am.
Understandable.
Miquelon hated me from the moment he found out I had a crest and he didn't. He was selfish and egotistical. I know it's not right to say bad things about the dead, but he earned it. Even now, I'm still cleaning up his messes. I have to wonder though, what if it was the other way around? If he had the crest, and I didn't, would I be the one my father thought was worth forgetting? Or would my fate have been wholly unlike his? You're probably right, Professor. It's not like me, is it?
Not at all.
I don't pray much, but I think I'm going to pray for those who lost their lives to the thieves tonight. And for all of us. I'm afraid there are more days like these coming our way. Vargas has always been a cold place, never very well-to-do. Until about 10 years ago, our region was a battlefield for the people of the Sreng region to the north. And after the late king fell, the whole kingdom became unstable. So, it's no real surprise that more and more people are resorting to thievery, just to survive. And there are those rumors of the current regent being too busy chasing the ladies to bother with governing. Don't worry, I get the irony.
Of course
The
you
whole
do.
damn kingdom is in decline because of nonsense like that. I'm hoping once we get Dimitri on the throne, everything will get better. Anyway, I'll leave it up to you to decide how you want to use our reward, including the Lance of Ruin. I know I can trust you with it until you think I'm ready. And Professor, if I could, I'd still like to buy you a meal sometime. No, I'm just asking a friend to hang out, that's all. Again though, thank you for everything,
I
Professor.
like him.
I couldn't have done it alone.
He's becoming such a good boy.
My thank you so much.
I am grateful.
I have gratitude.
I forgot I can make her
So
jump.
much.
Alright, Sylvain. Gonna keep making you better.
What?
Actually,
I thought this... Alright, that's...
good job, Sylvain. Good job. Let's keep trying to get her. That and Hubert, my boy. My boy Hubert.
Professor?
You know what? I think you honestly got good enough lance and horse skills. I'm not too worried about it. Oh yeah, let's go check on Bernie.
Great weather today. Perfect for shutting yourself inside, don't you think?
Not how that works, Bernie.
I'm glad you get it. With great weather like this, there'll be no one inside to bother us. I love feeling like I'm all alone in the world. Oh, that. Well, I
Oh, we're
guess
learning
I'm
more
telling you,
about
Professor.
Bernie.
My father's obsessed with money. He's only ever seen me as bait for a rich husband.
I hate your
To
father.
train me to be a good wife, he'd do things like tie me to a chair. I tried hard to do as he asked. Honestly, I did. But before I knew it, I just couldn't bring myself to leave my room anymore.
Obviously.
I just had this overwhelming feeling of fear all the time. No matter how hard I tried, my father never thought I was good enough. After that, it was just constant scolding. He couldn't say 2 words to me without mentioning how useless I was. An unmarriageable girl. My life was isolated, to say the least. I wasn't allowed to play with other kids, let alone make friends. Soon, I stopped wanting that. I was happiest alone, but even that made him mad. And when he tried to drag me outside, I kicked and screamed so much, I seriously hurt myself. He's calmed down a bit in recent years. His constant torment was replaced with complete indifference. He mostly acts like I don't exist now. If you can believe it, I was basically kidnapped. My mother ordered an attendant to stuff me in a bag while I was sleeping. By the time I figured out what was going on, I was already here. For a while, I was sure I was going to die. But here I am. Look at me, still breathing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you down talking like that about my past. Just forget everything I told you. There's no point in talking about myself anyway. Idiot! Oh, this is why everyone hates you, Bernie! What? No, it's not... Oh, Professor! How can you be so kind to me? I don't deserve it.
You do deserve it.
I'm sorry.
You deserve
Please
kindness.
don't forget me.
And same to you, every single one of you in chat. You deserve kindness. Never let anyone tell you you don't. Oh, Dimitri.
Thank
Got
you.
some flowers.
Amazing, no?
Okay. So we're going to explore, but first, do I not meet any of the criteria? Reason has to be A or higher. Ooh. Okay. I really gotta start raising my skills a bit. You're already up there. You're where you need to be. But fuck you. I know somebody. Because me. Okay. Well, either way, I need to start raising some stuff. So, we're going to explore. Ooh, almond one. That's right, I have 6 now. Come on, Sylvain. Let's eat. You, me, and Edelgard.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
When I think of the past, it makes me grateful for things like having a nice, relaxing meal.
Love to see it. Ooh, what's the tournament today? Black Magic Tournament? Ooh. Alright, let's Cynthia. Let's see what you got. This
Of course I won.
might actually be difficult for Lysithia. Oh, I already did the tournament. Oh.
I just worked harder.
That's right, I did the tournament with Dorothea. And she kicked ass. Alright, so this guy hits for 9. I hit for 12. 12, 9, 12, 12. We should be able to win this as long as we don't take damage. We're gonna lose. Let me dodge his attack move. Didn't even think about that. Oh, hey, there's a conversation to be had. I reunited with my daughter after years of being apart, but I'm the one who left her in the first place. I don't know what to say or how to even speak with her. Lately, I feel myself growing tired and out of practice. I wish there was someone around here with whom I could dance fervently and intensely. I need to find a handman. I also need to go to the greenhouse. Grab some experience. Oh wait, before I forget actually.
Oh no.
Pardon me.
So late. Let's go check on the good boy.
Oh, Professor. I didn't realize you were there. If we keep running into each other like this, people will start to talk. Hey, don't get mad. I was joking. Ah, forget it. What do you need?
Just trying to figure out what's going on, man.
I fell for that girl recently, but I just wanted to have some fun and leave it at that. So, I told her we should break it off. I guess she was feeling a little more serious than I was. She started crying, and everything got a bit complicated. Come on, Professor. Playing around with girls is the most fun a guy can have. Besides,
How
I
to
don't care what you
undo
think of me.
all of the
I
care
don't
I
intend
have
to
for
change
him
how I live
in
my
7
life.
seconds.
I'm a good for nothing, if you haven't noticed. But I'm still a noble with a crest. That's all anyone cares about. It's best to avoid getting too serious with fools like that. It only leads to trouble. I'm gonna be forced into an arranged marriage with some random noble woman anyway. By the way, Professor, you didn't know you had a crest, did you? I see. I suppose a mercenary wouldn't be concerned with such things.
Yeah.
Most children who are born to noble families are tested upon birth to see if they bear one. Even descendants of the 10 elites, like myself, can't be legitimate heirs without a crest. That means as children, we're only accepted if we're born with one. The heads of most noble houses keep having kids until they get one with a crest. Those children then grow up to be heads of their houses, and the vicious cycle continues.
That's fun.
Do you get it now? To all these commoner girls, I'm just a trophy. Or rather, a stud horse. Perhaps, but that doesn't change the fact that these girls don't love me. They only love the potential rewards of loving me. If I marry a girl and she gives birth to a child with a crest, that kid might become the next head of House Gautier. But nowadays, with the bloodlines getting weaker, there are a lot of kids like my brother, born with no hope. For ages now, those of us with crests have been envied and desired, but never for who we are. I understand the value of my blood. Believe me, I hate how much I understand it. I know better than to dream of being free from this burden. I'm used to it by now. I used to think I didn't have the right to live freely. That's right. You know what? I'm a bit jealous. The whole time you were growing up, you never knew you had a crest. You were free. Nobody pretended to like you. I kind of hate you for that. You were a spoiled brat who should pay for that crest. Maybe I'll collect the debt.
What the fuck?
Gotcha! Wow, you should have seen the look on your face just then. Don't mind me, Professor. After all, ladies love a dark and brooding noble.
Can I slap him, please? Just once? Any other conversations to be had? No? Okay. To Hanneman we go!
Hey, you.
Gerrig Mach Monastery is said to have been completed during, 995 years ago, as a matter of fact. That's rather a long time ago, don't you think?
Yeah, it's about
Every
1,000
year,
years.
a ball is held to celebrate the founding. And every 100 years, a very special celebration takes place. It's a grand festival involving all of Gerrig Mach. It is thrilling to read of past festivals, and I'm rather excited to experience one for myself. Once in a lifetime, eh? The next one in 5 years will mark a millennium. Should be quite an event. Do you imagine you'll still be here teaching then?
Probably not.
Practice yields.
Thank you, Hanneman. I don't even know what to do with my last 3. Oh, hey, sport. That's right. Do all the
We've
support
come such a long
conversations.
way. After all, I was only 4 years old when we first met.
From your perfect memory, Lady Edelgard, I expect nothing short of the utmost precision. Do go
Bro,
on.
chill out.
Please don't mock me with such frivolous praise. I can hardly recall that day.
Forgive me. I suppose I must have been 6 at the time. I have no recollection of it. My earliest memory of you is of when you were injured. I recall being scolded most sternly by my father. You are Lady Edelgard's servant, he said. You must protect her with your life.
I had no idea. But House Vestra has served House Resfeld for generations. Given that, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
Indeed. After that, I made certain to accompany you wherever you went. That is, until the incident.
Ah, when my uncle, Lord Arundel, defected to the kingdom and took me with him.
The sensation of loss that overcame me on that day defies all description. It was as horrific as if I'd lost all my limbs. I left the city in a mad rush to rescue you. My father sent soldiers to capture me. I fought them off for 3 days, but they did finally manage it. Of course, I was only 10. I never would have reached Ferdiad.
I've never heard that story before. So there are things you've never told me.
It wasn't important.
That's
that sounds
beside
pretty
the
important.
point. I wish to know these things. If there's anything else you're keeping from me, please tell me at once.
Respectfully, I decline.
Why? It's a simple order. I really must know.
Speaking of your orders, there was a task you gave me earlier which I have yet to carry out. Excuse me.
Wait just a moment.
I do like Hubert. I think he's a bit creepy,
just
but I
hope
like
he's
him.
not hiding anything too worrisome.
Oh, he definitely is.
Caspar, I've been wondering something. Would you be happier if you were the heir to House Burgleys?
Of course. My brother probably wouldn't be too happy about it, though. I've got nothing against him, and I'd hate to cause him trouble, so I guess it wouldn't make me very happy at all.
You may not want to hear this, but your brother is not a good man. He's lazy and greedy, and has always relied on the knowledge that he would inherit a title. That's my impression of him, anyway.
You don't hold anything back, do you? But to be honest, you're not too far off. He's got good reason for it, though. Our grandfather was really obsessed with his second wife. She has a son who she really wanted to become the heir. In the end, though, my grandfather had to step down sooner than expected, so everything went to my father instead. My brother is still really worried about having his future taken from him.
That's the price of taking your own desires into account when choosing an heir. The concept of nobility is decaying, and it's dragging the Empire into the ground with it.
Don't let Ferdy hear
This
that. He'll get
conversation
mad.
is really going there.
And by that I
You're
mean
right,
tell
but
him that.
It's not like the world is ever going to change, right?
It must. I intend to create a world where the best are free to rise to the top and succeed, regardless of their bloodline. The nobility as it is now could not exist in a world like that. I'll make sure of it.
What do you think would happen to me in that kind of world? Would you appoint me as a general or minister of military affairs?
If you were the best suited for that position, I would.
Right, so my life would pretty much stay the same. I'd still have to train, get stronger, and use my abilities to cut my own path. I don't know what I'm gonna do after we graduate. I guess I'll just have to fight for you.
Is that so?
At the base, the front lines, or wherever we might be fighting, I'll be there with all my might.
Okay. Oh, that's all battle cards. Oh god, Hubert, why are you gonna torment Dorothea? What did the
Hey
poor
there,
girl do to
Huey.
you?
I've been thinking about our conversation the other day, and I've just got to know, do you really love Adie?
If it's one or the other, I suppose it would be closer to love than to hate. Why?
I knew it! That's why you work so hard for Adie.
No, it's not.
Oh, Hubie, I finally get you. You're just another servant suffering from unrequited love. from a
Dorothy, I love you, but no.
You completely misunderstand. Unrequited love. Do I really look like the kind of drooling simpleton to have that kind of motivation?
I'd like to say yes, but I know you just argue. Fine, Hubie. Tell me your situation.
My situation is simple. I am walking a path.
Oh, do go on.
Everyone has a path in life. Lady Edelgard has shown me mine. It is just beside her own. So we walk together side by side. We stride ever forward, yielding to nothing and to no one.
So, you're sharing the same dream?
Bluntly, yes. But it's more than just a shared dream. I have many feelings toward Lady Edelgard. Gratitude, respect, awe, empathy, trust, hope.
That's sweet.
Okay. I was teasing you, but I gotta say I'm just a little bit jealous of you and Adie. That you're able to embrace these feelings and stride forward along the same path. You're lucky, Hubie. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to experience anything so utterly operatic.
Why not?
Because I figure the best quality in a partner would be that they make me happy. And loving another is really about wanting to be loved. I'm pretty sure that's different from how things are with you and 80.
Alright, Lynn, you got Casper and Petra. Interesting.
Why am I having so much trouble fighting these tall guys? They're not even stronger than me. You've got to help me come up with a strategy, Linhardt.
Is that not a waste of time? Even if I handed you a perfect strategy, something I've done in the past, you'd never follow it through.
That's because your plans are always so complicated. But come on, I need your help.
All right, I will share with you my tactical genius. I call this my secret plan.
You already have a plan? You really are ready for anything. So, what is it?
Land the first hit. Then keep hitting them hard and fast as you can until they stop hitting you back.
So, you're basically telling me to just fight?
Dodge their attacks, keep up the assault, then go for the knees. Done.
The secret is the knees?
Being tall means short people are closer to your knees. Exploit the enemy's weakness, Caspar.
Makes sense. That doesn't sound like my style, though. I don't really want to exploit a
Lynn
weakness.
just sitting there telling Caspar to fucking kneecap people.
Or you can listen to the rest of my plan.
There's more? Fine. Tell me the rest.
Your defense is careless. The last bit of my secret is that you need to train in that area.
I won't argue with training. Let's go.
No, I don't think we should...
Come on! You've even got that height advantage you're always going on about. You're the perfect training partner for me. Quit stalling, and let's go.
You did it to yourself, Lynn.
Fine, I'll train with you, but only for a bit.
All right, Linhardt. Come at me again.
Caspar, please. I need water. I need water. I'm gonna go get some. Bye.
Huh? Hey, get back here. He got away.
Fucking hell. My elbow hurts. I don't know why. Alright, Lynn, what do you and Petra have to talk about?
I haven't been waiting for much time. Please, watch me.
Watch what, Petra? Whoa! Take careful with that spear!
How did you find that? I did more training.
Ah, you took my advice then. I will say the problematic maneuver seems improved at least.
At least? It is still no good?
The spear isn't really my area of expertise, but I've seen enough training to understand the mechanics. I believe I can use that understanding to further help you improve your spear work.
My spear work?
Yes.
Right. As I said, when you lift up and stab down, the momentum is ruined. You're trying to swing like a giant. You're not a giant, so that's a problem. So allow the spear's own momentum to do more of the hard work for you.
Spear momentum.
The spear is heavy. When you lift it up high, loosen your grip a little.
At the top of my swing, loosen my grip. And then the weight will carry it down?
Precisely. When you put too much power into it, not only do you exhaust your grip, you tire yourself out. Got it? All that effort is taking its toll on me.
You are very clever. I wonder why you have hatred for training.
Because training is too much like fighting, and I'd really rather not fight. Also, I find training terribly dull. Anyway, good night.
He does not use his cleverness. It is a very big waste. I want you
He
to
just
use
wants
your power,
to
Linhardt.
sleep. My man just wants to sleep. Oh, Dorothea and Manuela. Interesting.
Professor Manuela, it's been far too long since we've had a proper chat. Let's fix that right now.
Too true, Dorothea. We hardly have a moment to spare here. but it's so nice to see you flourishing. It certainly brings back memories. You know, somehow you've gotten even prettier. The years have been kind to you.
That's something like a rose telling a daisy it's pretty, but I appreciate the compliment all the same.
Dorothea, you are leagues
Oh,
above
honey, if
Manuela.
that's the case, I hope you'll work hard to never become a rose like me. Too many thorns.
Oh, stop it. You've accomplished a great deal. You should be proud.
That's a very nice sentiment, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So, I've been dying to know, how did you come to be enrolled here? I know you didn't have any family connections. How'd you do it?
Well, it did require pulling some noble strings. But learning everything to pass the entrance exams, that was all me, and very hard. Especially while I was still singing for the opera. But I wanted the academy more than anything else.
Well, bravo, and well done. You've always had to find your own way in life, haven't you? I so wish you could rely on people more often. Still, though, you haven't said why you worked so hard to get into Garreg Mach to begin with.
Isn't it obvious? Because you were here. When you retired, it broke my heart. But it also woke me up. Seeing someone like you who shined so brightly on the stage, give it all up and start a brand new life. It got me thinking about my own future and what I wanted it to look like. As ever, I followed your lead.
Oh my.
That's
don't know what
sweet.
to say.
I had also
That's very
heard
sweet.
that the heirs to the Alliance, Empire, and the Kingdom were all enrolling this year. With such an exceptional crop of potential spouses, how could I go anywhere else?
And have you gotten what you were after? Your dreams, a future, and a good partner?
I'm sure I'll find my somebody someday, but I haven't found them yet. Ah, it's so nice to spend time with you again, Manuela. It's been too long.
I do love their relationship. That's everybody who can have a thing. Be nice if I could go and, you know, have some conversations of my own. But alas, here we are. Not allowed.
What you doing in my waters?
Damn it, Riva. I don't even know what to do with the last of these points. Like, I can go raise my faith. But, like, that's not really my goal.
It has come to with the White Heron Cup concluded. All that is left is to wait for the ball. I hope you will find it enjoyable.
Practice yields.
I have looked into Tomas, but I just cannot make sense of this at all. From his behavior up until now, I never would have suspected that a man like him could turn on us. I have also discovered that his appearance has changed. It is almost as if he is not even human. What in the world is going on?
Something insane, I'm sure. Bro, you can't even teach me. Sure, I'll raise my sword skills.
I still have.
Let's go invite Edward to tea, I guess. Why not?
Everyone's in such a festive mood. I feel a bit out of my element here. I can't help but worry something might happen while we're all distracted. After all, our enemies are always plotting. Still, this air of levity is much more agreeable than the grim atmosphere of late. Perhaps.
Damn.
Hi there.
That is definitely Dorothea's.
It's true that Tomas was employed here under the recommendation of House Ordelia, but that's all I know of the topic. I never even seen him prior to enrolling here. Even when he was supposedly in Ordelia territory, I never once saw him there. I'm still feeling bothered by all of this, but there's not much else I can say about it right now.
I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Grateful.
Chamomile.
I am grateful. This is delicious. Well now.
Doing good. Cats. Cats is always the answer.
It's not in me to put energy into things that won't yield results. I just don't see the point. Is that what you think? Ah, that tea was delicious. Invite me again sometime. See ya.
Okay. At this point, I've basically done everything. Oh.
The ball is tomorrow. I have no worthwhile memories of such events, yet I'm still looking forward to this one.
As am I. In the sense that I look forward to destroying all of the unworthy suitors who inevitably swarm Lady Edelgard.
Fucking
I will
Huber.
admit, Edelgard is adorable. However, when it comes to elegance on the dance floor,
Fuck off, Ferdy. Nobody likes you.
Bad dancer, Ferdy. But you do have some moves that are hard to watch.
You honor me with your kind words. I understand that I am sometimes too dazzling to behold directly. I'm envious of your positive attitude. I also know how to dance. In theory. Maybe I should participate as well.
Fucking win.
Not me! You wouldn't catch me dancing at a ball any sooner than you'd catch a fish swimming through the sky!
Well, you do tend to flop around like a fish on the land after all.
Why would you say that? Now I feel like a fish on a skillet.
On a skillet.
Funny.
Never mind.
Speaking of the ball, do we get to pick who we dance with? I wonder who I should ask.
A bold subject change. Should Lady Edelgard wish it, I would be honored to.
I will fight with all that I have within me.
Petra.
Fighting? No, that's not really the
Petra,
point.
no.
I will not be as a fish upon the flame. Okay.
I have a proposition. Let's all agree to meet back at the monastery exactly 5 years from today.
Like a class reunion? It's a great idea.
5 years from today will be the Millennium Festival for Garrigmach Monastery. I've heard the magnitude of the festivities will exceed all prior years.
Oh, how exciting. Sounds like a great excuse to come visit our dear professor.
You will be seeing how much growing I have done. You will be pleased, Professor. This idea is good.
Who knows where each of us will be in 5 years' time, or who we will become. Still, I have faith that all of us will gather and celebrate our reunion.
That's assuming the professor is still here in 5 years, and not enjoying a cozy early retirement.
Fair.
Even if that's the case, you will come, won't you? Whether or not you're still teaching here. Don't forget, my teacher. Even if the Millennium Festival should be cancelled, I promise to return here.
Man, I can't wait to cut to 5 years from now where everybody's dying and I'm just trying to keep them alive. Except Ferdy, because fuck him. Alright, where's Claude? Claude's probably just sitting in a broom closet with a woman like, yeah, you know what I'm doing. Oh, there he is. Fucking Claude.
Running away? I understand. You hardly had the time to breathe in there. It must be hard to be the favorite teacher at the ball. Poor professor. Was that a joke? I find it hard to tell with you. Just think of all the students begging you to dance. But where is there to run? This place is filled with joyful students looking for a dance. Ah, I see. The Goddess Tower waits for you.
Shouldn't be anyone there. Let's go.
Professor, you showed up. I'm the one who called you here, remember?
What?
You came here because you read the letter I sent you, right? Are you saying this is a coincidence? How disappointing to think you didn't come here specifically to see me. Still, if we're meeting by complete chance, that has a certain appeal too. It's as if destiny brought us together. And tonight is the night of the ball. Lucky me. Oh, that's just when you're looking through me in front of others. When it's just us, I kinda like it. Originally, I wanted to see what you'd do when you read my letter. I just wanted to see if you'd come here like I asked. I had a feeling that you would. Though, I suppose you didn't even read the letter to begin with.
Yeah.
I should just be thankful I wasn't left here waiting. All alone. Forever. Do you know it's been almost 9 whole moons since you arrived at Garreg Mach? You must have found a special someone by now, haven't you, Professor?
Yeah, why not?
Who could it be? You've made me so curious. Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to pry if you don't want to share. Your private life is private, after all. Well, I ought to get going. I wouldn't want to be in the way if your special someone shows up. Either way, I do hope you'll share a dance with me later. It seems that everyone is having a delightful time. Will you not dance some more? How dull of you. Had I a body of my own? Oh, I would sing and dance until I fell upon the ground. But you... do as you will. Ah, you're not the only one who feels that way. Look over there.
It's pretty weird. I know that symbol from something completely different.
I'm bored beyond compare. Will you not follow her? Oh, come on, hurry up. I know that you are curious to see what she is up to.
Kind of, yeah.
I hear someone singing from over there.
That is beautiful artwork. Are we just getting a musical number here? Like, I'm not gonna complain.
That song. I feel that I have heard it in the past. Actually, it is not that I have heard it. Did I once sing that song to someone? No. There's more. I wrote this song. Oh, but how could that be so? If that were true, then how could she be singing it? Unless... No. I am suddenly so exhausted. As are you, no doubt? Quickly then, to bed with you.
Slow fade to what? Okay. I have a mission. Whoops. Yeah, I can train Petra 2 classes. Oh shit, I can go talk to Rhea.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous.
Why are you welcoming me to your
Please,
bedroom?
come
I don't
closer.
like it.
When
No,
you
thank
speak
you.
with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me.
I don't like you.
Such a sweet child. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you?
Nope.
Oh dear, how heartless of him. In any case, let us endeavor to become closer from here on out. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew? By the look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you? When I first met Gerald, he was quite young, Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point.
And now it's his
On
personality.
one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seiros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights. Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also... Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you.
She
By
is my
coming to
mother.
visit with me today, you have... Well, suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that.
Calling it now. Alright, anyone got anything broken on them? Oh yeah, like everything Bernie owns. Why do you both have intermediate seals on you? Give me those. What? So who do I want to increase the speed of? That's fine. Okay. Salvation at the chapel.
Captain? Captain! Where are you? Hey, Professor, have you seen your old man?
No.
Too bad. I guess it will have to be you then.
What?
I'm back. Sorry for the delay. My last mission took longer than expected.
Captain, thank goodness you're here. There are reports of demonic beasts near the chapel.
Nonsense. I haven't heard anything about the monastery's walls being breached.
That's why I'm heading there now, to see what's really going on. You'll join as well, won't you?
Of course. We're both sworn to protect this place.
It's odd. Just before they appeared, someone saw a number of students heading toward the chapel. They were apparently acting strange, as though they weren't in their right minds.
Okay, well, we know what they are.
Demonic beasts started to appear, one after another.
The students. There's no way those demonic beasts got in from the outside. But none of that matters right now. We need to act. Go summon your students.
You got it, boss.
I wanted to talk to you about something important, but there's no time. Oh, there's never any damn time. But this is much more urgent, so it can hold for now. I'll meet you there.
Attack speed is greater by 4 or more. Okay. It's gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a hard one.
There really are demonic beasts here. They're emerging from the chapel. I'll head that way. The rest of you, protect the students who weren't able to get away.
Help me! These beasts, they're...
Somebody, help me!
I'm not gonna be able to save them
You
all.
stupid beasts! Don't you dare come over here! I'm on it. Open wide!
I will get the victory.
Come on. Yes. Fucking double crit Petra.
The demonic beasts were actually students.
Yep.
How can this be?
Thank you! But my friends who couldn't get away, are they okay?
I don't know, kid. I'll say it this way, don't bet.
Battle.
Oh no.
Put me in there.
Leave it to me.
Beast. There's a stone or something on its forehead.
Yeah, a lot of them have that. What do you know, Monica? don't trust Monica. Oh, god damn it, Casper.
That's my cue.
I was really relying on you to fucking kill the thing. Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
As you wish.
Alright, Lady Edelgard. You gotta kill it. Yeah, that fucking did it.
It's a long road yet.
Strength continues to fucking go up.
Stay focused.
Ah, that student's dead. Gotta move, gotta move.
Thanks for helping.
Alright, Casper. Don't waste it this time. Good. Good. Come on back. Well, at this rate, I might only lose one of the students. I'd have done more with her if I just attacked him. I forgot to give him the Ruin Lance. go for it. Was hoping for a little bit of magic there, Sylvain.
I like how this feels.
Oh wait, I don't need to waste anything fancy. Keep it up, Bernie. Keep it up.
Whoa, did I get stronger?
You did. Fatal Guard. You know where you're needed. Hubert, follow your woman. Lysithia. Good dodge, kid. Good dodge. Oh god. Okay, Sylvain. So glad you're here, Daryl. You know, you're just better off over here. That's decent. Go this way so I can back her up. Come on, Bernie.
Am I done yet?
One left.
I was so scared. I'll find a way to repay you.
Yeah, get
I promise.
Out.
Careful, please. I owe you one.
I almost feel like she might have been better off using her normal attack, but it's fine. The beast should at least be distracted now. No, it's not. But it missed, so who cares?
You really think you can keep going? Thinking about what happened at Ramire Village, it's clear you've gotten a hang of being a leader. Maybe you should have taken command of me too.
To have death in range.
Well done.
So close to a level up, Dorothea. Okay, Edelgard. You're a literal fucking monster.
No need to hold back, milady.
Sorry. That was a close one.
You saved me. Thank you.
Oh. Oh.
There isn't a trace of evidence to be found in the chapel. This must have something to do with Remire. Perhaps...
Wait!
Huh? Another student? Run along now.
Thanks for all your help, sir.
Don't trust her. Don't trust her.
You're just a pathetic old man. How dare you get in the way of my brilliant plan, you dog.
End her.
Run along now.
Thanks for all your help, sir. Huh? What are you doing here?
You must survive, merely because there is still a role that I require you to fulfill.
She's gonna throw the sword of the creator.
Sorry. It looks like
No.
I'm going to have to...
How many times do I have to watch you die?
To think that the first time I saw you cry, your tears would be for me. It's sad, and yet I'm happy for it.
Can we get this man some roles where he lives? Please?
So this is where your father lived. Are you still crying? If turning back the hands of time was not enough to save his life, you must accept what came to pass was fate. Agreed. We cannot let the wicked ones run free. Oh, your father said to look for something here. He must have been referring to whatever is behind that bookcase there. Your father's diary. Huh. His handwriting is prettier than his face would suggest. Well, well. These entries here are from before your birth. He seems to have been writing this for quite some time. Read that part there. Horsebow Moon, year 1159.
Day 20 of the Horsebow Moon. All is cloudy. I can't believe she's dead. Lady Rhea said she died during childbirth. But is that the truth? And still, the child she traded her life for doesn't make a sound. Didn't even cry at birth. Day 25 of the Horsebow Moon. It's raining. The baby doesn't laugh or cry. Not ever. Lady Rhea says not to worry, but a baby that doesn't cry isn't natural. I had a doctor examine the child in secret. He said the pulse is normal, but there's no heartbeat. No heartbeat. Day 2 of the Wyvern Moon. Sunny. I feel I must take the child and leave. But the church is always watching us. I don't know what Lady Rhea has planned. I used to think the world of Lady Rhea. Now I'm terrified of her. Day 8 of the Wyvern Moon. More rain. I used the fire that broke out last night to fake the child's death. Lady Rhea is in a state over the news, but I can't change what I've done. I've got to take the child and leave.
Well now, that baby must be you. That means... Someone is approaching us.
Ah, here you are. To think that that Geralt would meet his end like that. I hope you know that you were the most important thing in the world to him. He wasn't the most emotional guy. I'm sure expressing his affection wouldn't have come naturally to him. After what's happened, it's up to me now. I, Alois, swear to protect you in the captain's stead. Sorry. This isn't the time for my blathering. Lady Rhea is looking for you. I came to tell you that. I'll take my leave now.
This book is filled with secrets yet unknown. We must return another time to read the rest. Oh, but I have at least figured one thing out. I know now why our fates are intertwined.
Oh? Why? Tell me, damn it.
Professor, I have been waiting for you. I am filled with grief at the loss of our most celebrated knight. Geralt was an ally of many years, and also a dear friend. He fell in love with one of the nuns here at Garreg Mach. Their love produced a child, whom she died giving birth to. It was her decision. She weighed her own life against that of her child's and, in the end, implored me to save the child. Your father never truly accepted that decision. He took the child, took you, and disappeared without warning. Your mother, she was my...
I'm sorry for the interruption, Lady Rhea. There's something you must hear immediately. A report from the knights patrolling the area.
Very well. Professor, you are dismissed for the day. Please rest and focus only on mending your heart.
Who the hell is my mother, Rhea? This game is being extremely emotional, which I was not expecting today.
Part 1. White Clouds. Guardian Moon. Where the goddess dwells. Long ago, the guardian Seros made an appearance during this moon. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of war raged across Fodlan. Some believe that high in the sky above Seros, the Immaculate One's mighty wings are what powered the strong winds carrying the Guardian and her forces into battle.
Game is a lot more emotional than I was expecting. I'm loving every moment of it, though.
You're here again. Professor, you've been crying. So, even you cry sometimes. Oh, I suppose that was thoughtless of me to say. My teacher, you're so blinded by grief that you can't see what's going on right in front of you. Are you waiting for time to heal your wounds? Or have you curled up in a corner and lost the will to carry on? It's not like you to speak to me like that. You know I'd never ask you a question without purpose. Only you can truly understand your own sadness. Others can sympathize or even empathize, but all anyone else can offer are the tears of an outsider looking in. So I have no intention of crying for you, or of standing still with you. All I can do is promise to reach out my hand when the time comes for me to move forward. The mysterious organization that was carrying out experiments in Remire Village and the chapel, they're up to something near Garreg Mach. The Archbishop has sent the Knights to undertake a large-scale investigation. No information has surfaced yet, but our enemies will soon be discovered. When they are, will you lead us into battle?
You're damn
or will you
right.
just sit here with no thought for the future that is fast approaching? My teacher, there is a choice to be made. I hope you make the right one.
My. She really is quite arrogant. She spoke her mind without an ounce of reservation. But she is right. The time has come to stand again. You know already what your answer is.
Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim. I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya. There is something I need you to do.
Oh, of course. I am always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
How annoying. Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing to be done. You are our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods. Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
There will be no salvation for you and your kind. Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need, all for a purpose.
Thank you.
Don't think anyone is able to. Yep. But we are gonna go get shot. You know, I don't even care what people say. I'm short, but I'm definitely open to suggestions if you know a way to grow. I'm always looking to assist His Highness, but sometimes I find myself at all loss.
keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
Singing with others is a nice change of pace. Usually I do it when I'm alone.
Wait, sport. What the fuck? Oh. Any sport conversations? Nope.
Well...
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book? That ring! I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall? He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
Alright, Hanneman.
You've lost someone very dear to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy. Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you. I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person.
Oh, hi, Edelgard. Spice Festival.
Oh, I love this meal. How did you know?
I don't like being hit on during a meal. So it's nice to be with you.
Professor, I'm so happy to see you. You're finally returning to your old self. To see the light in your eyes again is a gift. It inspires me to carry on as well. As you know, the Knights are searching furiously for any trace of the enemies who escaped. I'll inform you immediately if I learn anything relevant. Thank you.
Of course, Edelgard gets some of the good stuff.
It's quite hot. Hmm? Wow. Yes. Wow. Yes. Yes. It upsets Hubert when I spend time alone with you. I'll refrain from telling him about this.
Yeah, it's me right now.
Thank you for the treat.
Of course, we gotta head up here.
Professor.
So close to another level.
Hello there.
I know who that belongs to.
I'm sure you don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen. Yes, I agree. I don't want to lose you too, Professor.
Where is it?
What? Did someone lose?
Ah.
I am grateful. Did you call me? I am grateful. This is delicious. I see.
A nice tea time.
That tea was
It was a nice tea time. That's right, it's a new month. What's the tournament? House versus house bow tournament. Like, Dorothea is my best bow user, but I don't know that she'll win. I mostly don't know what stat bows come out of. I assume it comes out of Dex, but...
Am I done yet?
I should be able to beat him in 2 shots. So as long as we don't miss.
Got him!
Okay, this is where we lose. Even at full health, I don't think we can beat her. So close. I've decided Edelgard needs to be better with heavy armor. I'm kind of working towards getting some good armor.
I thought... I thought... Wow. I thought that...
See ya, we're gonna keep racing.
I got it? You're...
Actually, we're gonna raise this because I want to be able to class you up. Oh wait, still one more. Burn that.
I'd never have learned... I got...
Good job, Bernie.
I got...
Professor, I've something I'd like to ask you.
When I ask them to take part in my experiments, even the most industrious students run away from me, no matter how sincerely I plead. Do you have any suggestions?
What a superior answer.
Hey, cool. I'm Professor Little B. Love to see it.
I guess we'll do our best. Indeed. I will do my part.
Sure you will.
It is done.
That was fast, Ferdy.
Not a total waste.
Oh hey, Linhard
Got a
learned
grasp
baloney.
on this.
Perhaps I'll expand the scope of my research.
I suppose it's working.
Oh hey,
Our
Lady
voices
Edelgard.
are all over the place. We must learn to work together in harmony.
This is no good. Sing from your...
I am grateful.
Like, realistically, the best thing to do right now would be to go into battle. I want to do seminars. I want to raise my goddamn thing. So we're going to raise my mech.
It's starting to take shape.
I think I got it. One step before the next step. I've got a grasp on this.
We'll let that be handled automatically.
It is done.
Like, it's interesting I have a 0% odd of, or 0% odds chance of passing, even though, even though I'm only at a B+. I know, I'm a C+, never mind. Let's do some more sport conversations.
Aha, Lysithea. It's wrong to tease, yet I can hardly help myself. I know a secret. Your secret, in fact.
I think you mean a baseless rumor. Why are you wasting your time? And mine, for that matter.
Well... it's a secret that could completely overturn what is considered common knowledge in Crest research.
Shut your mouth! Just... let's go talk somewhere other than here. Okay, where did you hear about it?
There was a sort of accident in Professor Hanneman's room.
I should have figured. You haven't told anyone, have you?
Of course not. If someone else were to learn you have 2 crests, I might lose you as a test subject.
Please stop talking so loudly. So what if I have 2 crests? If you insist on speaking of it, please do so quietly.
My intuition was correct. You do have 2 crests.
Wait, what? Did you just trick me?
Yep.
Trick is such a strong word. I think of it as testing a hypothesis. The truth is, I simply made an educated guess.
Well, now that I've confirmed it for you, there's not much I can do.
I disagree. For example, you could tell me if you were born with them, or is the source magical? What does it feel like to use both crests at the same time? Is it pleasant, painful, euphoric?
Enough is enough! I am done talking about this. As though I'd speak of this to the likes of you.
I understand her desire for privacy, but to refuse my request for knowledge? It's...
Fuck you, Lynn.
It's rude.
Oh god.
Lysithea, I have to say, you're really impressive. I respect you a lot, and I thought I should tell you.
Okay.
It's just, you know, you're 4 years younger than me, but you work really hard at everything. I mean, when I was your age, I wasted all my time just goofing off and doing whatever I wanted.
Doesn't look like much has changed for you since then.
Fucking bird!
And unlike you, I don't have time to waste, so leave me be.
Are you going to do some extra magic training? I'd be happy to join you, if you don't mind. What do you want to start with?
I am absolutely disinterested in spending any time with you. What is it you want anyway? Clearly, you haven't been listening to a word I've been saying. Perhaps it's because I'm younger. You see fit to ignore me when I speak. Is that it?
What? No. Age has nothing to do with it. You're amazing. You're
and
true
yet
to
he
yourself.
doesn't deny
You
the
know what
fact
you
he's
want and
ignoring
who you
her
are.
as she speaks.
Not a lot of girls I know can say that.
Ah, so it isn't my age that's to blame for you breezing over my wishes. It's my gender.
What? Where did you get that idea? I'm just trying to praise your smarts and hard work and everything. It's impressive how someone so young...
Your lack of self-awareness is deeply troubling.
What I'm aware of is you trying to pick a fight. Calm down, kiddo.
Look, I'm really busy. Super, extremely, inordinately busy. I've got one last thing to say to you.
And what would that be?
I'm skilled with magic, and my abilities are finely honed. It's not like I need someone for target practice.
No, but I do.
That did not go how I thought it would. Oh god.
Hi.
Well, well, if it isn't Bernadetta, what brings you here?
Am I bothering you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'll come back another time.
Well, don't leave yet, you just got here. Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Yes. Do you remember that time in town?
In town? Oh, you mean when all those thieves showed up? Whew, that was rough. I heard a bunch of people got robbed.
No, not that. I mean the time I was carried off.
Some thieves tried to carry you off? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Just tell me which way they went. I'm gonna...
That's not what I mean. Oh, just forget it.
Wait, don't go. What are you trying to ask me?
Will you really listen this time?
Of course. Sorry. You have my full attention.
Do you remember when you carried me to that spot with a really pretty view? Where is that place? I've been looking all over.
The place I took you with the view. Oh, right. Okay, first you go out of the monastery, and actually it's kind of tricky to explain. Come on, I'll just take you there again, but pay attention this time.
Huh? Wait, what are you? No, not again!
Poor Bernie.
Stop! Let me down!
Poor Bernie. Affects hit rate and critical hits. Okay, we're gonna explore. I need to try something. Just out of morbid curiosity. Morbid curiosity. Yeah, nope, okay.
Witness my power.
This is so fucking... Elgard does so much fucking damage!
Witness my power.
Oh shit.
Well, how was that?
Who's next? Felix. Man, we're actually gonna heal up against blood.
Now you know your limits.
Quad does 6 fucking damage!
Too easy.
Oh. Interesting. Alright, Edelgard, you just have to hit him one more time.
Well, how was that?
That is so dumb. That is so fucking dumb.
Professor.
That her strength makes her do more damage with a bow. let's have a meal with Petra. Well, let's have Dorothea. Let's have a meal with these two.
I would be liking that greatly. I don't like being hit on.
Professor, to see the light, as you know, I'll inform you.
Oh, do I not have any more owl feathers together? Hold on. Blake's reading, solitary exploration.
Professor, to see the, as you, I'll inform.
She does like reading.
I appreciate it.
Perhaps.
Damn. Hanneman. Teach me the ways.
Lost month. You're a.
Right.
I recall, Rhea can actually teach me.
Excuse me, Professor. I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago. Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
Okay, let's... I found a wonderful painting I shop in town. What a shame keeping this masterpiece all myself. Can you think of an art lover in Garrett Mock I could share it with? Opportunities. I have a great love for the sea, but Garrett Mock is too much to suffer. I am needing to be inside the water soon. Where's the best place for swimming? Being a bit older than everyone else, I want the others to rely on me like an older sister. Anything I can do to make myself more approachable. Come on, Manuela.
I'll keep my voice down. This is... I've grasped it.
Professor.
Yeah, let's go with this.
Sounds fun. Let me show you my cooking talent.
I love it. I love this confidence.
A little more secret spice, and... Hey! No peeking! sure. I am grateful. Did you call me? I am grateful.
Sometimes it's nice to just relax and have some tea.
Sweets. Anything is fine.
Nice tea time. I'm fine with a little bit of auto instruct. See, Sylvain is learning about his armor. Yeah, that's fine.
How do you like that?
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Let's put this to the test.
Healing focus. Interesting. Oh man, this one's kind of split. Requires another dark seal. I think for now, though, because I'm still a little bit tired. I had a bit of a late night. So, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I will catch you tomorrow. It's going to be some Fallout 76, and we'll have the whole crew. So, thank you so much, everybody, and I'll catch you later.